you really gotta get after it. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually, and you're gonna be in the same room or sending beats with your favorite producer. So always be ready. So you have to get ready, and then just have a belief in yourself, man. You can do this. It's entertainment.
1, 2, yeah. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, sir, you are tuned in. This is for the SB1200, ASR 10s and NBC heroes. This is for the crate digging, loop getting, sound manipulators, the Fruity Loop reasoning machine innovators that pump the bass and frequently freak the kick in a stand till it slaps in your speakers. The sound providers that make sure the song is tight. Shout out to the producers, beats grinding live. Shout out to the producers, beats grinding live.
Welcome to the Beats Grinding Life podcast with your host Siren, a weekly interview podcast with inspiring music producers, where every week you will learn from a different music producer how to potentially take your music career to the next level.
What's up, Beat Grinders? This is another episode of Beats Grinding Life. I'm your host Siren Beats, and I'm grateful that you guys tune in to another episode. This week we got with us QB The Problem.
What's happening? What's good?
What's good with you, man? How you doing?
Feeling good, man. It's good. Happy New Year. Tuning in every year, man. It's popping.
That's what's up, man. All right, y'all. QB The Problem is a platinum-selling producer from the small town of Corpus Christi. He's a sample-based producer that has made a number of soulful bangers for some of our favorite MCs. He has worked with legends like 50 Cent, AZ, Planet Asia, Lloyd Banks, Houston rapper Mayalino, and many, many more. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. In the lab now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, be great and get better every day. That's what it's all about. Just getting better every day and you're making this beat. You gotta get better every day. That should be everybody's goal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get better every day.
That's what's up, man. That's a great motto to have. I know everybody, especially this day and age with social media and stuff, we're always looking at what other people are doing, but we're our biggest competition. We got to definitely compete with ourselves and just try to get better than how we were yesterday. So that's what's up, man. Okay, man. Well, I read a brief intro on you, man. If you can just expand on that intro and let the listeners know a little bit more about yourself, man, that would be cool.
Yeah, basically, me and Nassim, we work with 50. 50's last two albums, the real albums, not the mixtape. So,
dope.
Let me see. We worked with Lloyd Banks, a couple records.
Nice.
We did a lot of independent stuff. We did a lot of stuff with L.E.P, Bogus Boys out of Chicago. This one, Chicago had that boom. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So did a record Ginger on that project. That mixtape was cool. Actually, interesting factoid. We finished that 1 year. We had 4 or 5 projects on the top mixtape list. We was a couple of them. 50 was on there. L.E.P, Bogus Boys on there. The Joe Budden record was on there. So we had a couple of joints that finished pretty high on that mixtape list, man.
That's what's up.
Let me see what else. Like I said, we do a lot of one thing. Nassim himself too. We do a lot of independent work. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. We'll get wrong, but that's where you're gonna really, you know what I'm saying? Especially right now, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna, win that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The industry checks are amazing and they're fine. You know what I'm saying? But that independent money, because it's there and it can help you, and plus that helps you find some new talent. You know what I'm saying? That's what you really want to do. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I'm glad that you brought that up, because everybody's trying to hit that home run. Everybody's trying to get a placement, a major placement. But
that's fine. Dig it, but you got to get on base sometimes.
Right, exactly.
Sometimes you got to be strategic.
That's what's up.
And what I mean by that is that you can get a placement by getting on first base.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never just really listen to your music. That's real. It's real, because I was at I'm not gonna say L.E.P I was at, but we went out with me, and the A&Rs were listening to SoundCloud. Now, what they were doing, I don't know, but They listen to your music, basically. Right. But I'm trying to, the gist of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to be negative, but they listen to your music. And, you know, so you never know who listens to your music, your SoundCloud and your sites, you know what I'm saying? They listen. Like, that's actually true.
That's what's
they
up.
Do. So, so that record from Homeboy up the street might get you a placement that they like. You know what I mean? So you never know.
That's what's up, man. Well, thank you for bringing that up, man. Appreciate that, man. Dropping gems already. We haven't even asked the first question. You already dropping gems. That's what's up, man. Well, man. We, here on Beats Grinding Life, we always start off with the beginning. Where it started with you. What made you want to get into music production?
Okay, basically, my senior year, right? I was, for the record, I'm the best basketball player that you've ever had or you're gonna have.
Okay.
Get that out the way. I'm the best basketball playing producer. I'm not Kevin Durant. He's in the NBA.
Right.
The best basketball player, but that out the way.
Okay.
But anyway,
so we can look on YouTube and find some of your highlights.
Can't find no highlights, but if we do a tournament, let's do a basketball tournament, like a charity game or something. I'd average 30. I kill everybody, can't nobody help. But anyway, I think you're playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? We're playing basketball, and it's a funny story. I'm complaining about music, and my homeboy was kind of one of them say about the bell moments, right? He was walking, I was complaining, blah blah blah. And he was like, "Well, do something about it," and he walked off, right? He was like, "Ooh, right," one of them type of shits, right? So you know what I'm saying? I was like, I hate that. So I ran into some equipment, you know what I'm saying? And a friend who was a computer hacker, right? And he's a real hacker, not the fake pirate base. He was a real hacker. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I was like, yo, hey, I wanted to like do like chop and screw music. I wasn't even trying to make beats actually. So I, make some mixes and DJ or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And record. So I was like rapping, freestyling, whatever. I was rapping back then actually. So one day I go to pick up the computer, and so I open it up and I had Fruit Loops 4. That's how old it is. It's 2004, right? Fruit Loops. It wasn't even FL Studio. It was called Fruity Loops 4. That's what it was called.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, let me sit and make a beat. So I made a beat. It was cool. And I think I made like 3 or 4 beats that night, right? And the tempo was 20, so I didn't know all you had to do was scroll up and down on the
right.
I was like, man. So my brother's friend who was making beats, he used Fruity Loops, and I was like, hey, how do you change the tempo? Because I'm a beat sound the same. He's like, oh, you should go right here, and I was like, oh, that's it. Okay, so experience and making beats, you know what I'm saying? And then so this is like my senior year. I was getting ready to go play college basketball.
Dope. Okay.
I was going to a junior college in Maryland. Right? Texas. I was going to junior college in Maryland. And so I was working out June. All month of June I was working out basketball, drills, all that shit, right? Right. So the month of July, I'm making beats. So I would make beats and go hoop. That's what I would.
Perfect life.
Make beats, go work out, make beats, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I know one day in July, I noticed, I'm like, man, I've been making beats, I haven't hooped. So I lost my ambition to pursue basketball.
Right.
And I wanted to start beats. So in the midst of that, I had, a friend of mine named Alboy, right? That's my dog. So he was like, yo, you need to start sampling. Right? I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I like samples anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them, even though I'm from Texas, I was one of them guys that used to be like, you on some East Coast shit. You know what I mean? That mean
right.
You know what that mean, right? So I like that shit. I was like, yeah, fuck it. So I started sampling, and I just got really good at it. I got really good at sampling. I was really good at it. And then, so it basically was my start, man. Oh, and
that's what's up.
And also, while working out, I used to listen to the song on the Blueprint 2 album. It's called All Over the World. No ID did that beat, right?
Right.
And that was like my favorite beat on Blueprint 2.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? I was this beat, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make beats now. So like that's the beat that You know what I mean? And
that was a standard. That was the one that whenever you made a beat, you kind of looked at like, I gotta top this one, or I gotta make something like that, or.
Well, there's a lot of ghosts that we all chase. You know what I'm saying? There's beats we all producers we chase. For me, that beat's one of them. Lord Knows is one of them. Devil Dress is one of them.
Okay.
I mean, I can keep going. There's a whole bunch of ghosts that we chase. You know what I'm saying? Whether inadvertently or advertently, you just chase them because they evoke the feeling. You know what I mean? So that's what I'll be trying to capture that high. But that's how I got my start though. Was that beat, and I was playing basketball, and I was going to Maryland, to a junior college in Maryland, not Maryland. Don't get it fucked up. I was going to junior Maryland, and then I started my. And I just started making beats. Even when I was in Maryland, I went anyway. And I was thinking about making beats. And all I did was make beats. And I came back to Texas and I just started making more beats. And then I just, you know what I'm saying? This was around the time MySpace really took off, like 05, 06 at this point. So I'm like a year and a half, 2 years of making beats.
Dope.
And then, yeah, man, the MySpace story was pretty. That's where I really got good.
MySpace was popping, man. I mean, like that was like the first platform where you could like make connections with like industry people. You know what I mean? Like you could actually hit people up and say, "Listen to my music."
Right now, the MySpace was great. Right, the MySpace for me was great because it allowed me to hear producers in New York, producers Chicago, producers from London.
Right.
And all these Polo the Don was really on there too.
Yeah. And
it allowed me to hear other producers in LA, in Florida, in Atlanta, and everywhere. You know what I mean? And so it allowed me to hear like what they're doing. It's like, okay, they're doing that. And okay, well, I need to step my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Or it just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So it was just it was a good time. MySpace was a good time. It was pre-Spamish because we didn't know what spamming was.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think with the information, you know what I mean? Most of the time you're able to connect with the producer or shit artist you really liked. So, but that 2006 was definitely, I met a lot of good people. I met Stephen Ponce. He worked with the rapper. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, had him in this is 06. I met that's in 06 too in MySpace.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
Stephen, him and a cat named Q Beans, right? That was his name. They were making beats. They're from Chicago. Okay. And these guys, like, they're hip hop beats, but this is around the 1st and 15th era of the L.E.P shit. You know what I'm saying? So Chicago was really the first run. You know what I'm saying? Right. At that time, Late Registration was out too, so Lupe's getting his look, Kanye getting his look, you know what I mean? The second look. And but Stephen Ponce, man, this nigga beats like his hip hop beats. Like he does some other shit now, but his rap beats, like back then I was nice as fuck. You know what I mean? So he would help me out. He would give me samples, him and Q Beans, they would help me they showed me how to dig. Yeah, they showed me how to dig. Yeah. They was like, yo, start looking up this shit. Everybody sampled these already, go look up here. So they kind of put the bug in my ear about digging for rare records. You know what I'm saying? They put that in my ear back then. So yeah, that's what I was doing, man.
That's what's up, man. What I meant to ask you was you said your partner put you on to sampling and told you need to start sampling. When you first started sampling, what were you sampling? Were you sampling off vinyl? Were you sampling? I mean,
CDs, man. He gave me his mom recipes. She had a bag full of CDs. Smoke, some LTD, some Betty Wright. You know what I'm saying? And also, I felt like I had a cheat code because like my mom used to play this shit. Like my mom, I had to clean up music. That was my mom. On Saturday, that was my mom. I had the cheat code. I remember all this shit. So, so I just, you know what I mean? And that I started selling CDs. Put the CD in, and then I didn't know how to sample, right? So I went to his name's Lloyd. That's his name. And I went to him, and he was like the first guy that really got me making beats. It was him. Okay. He told me how you sample. So he made a sample in front of me and was like, okay, now go home and figure it out. He's one of the old school niggas. He's one of the old school cats, go home and figure it out. He's like, self is the best teacher. I was like the first thing. That was the first gem I ever learned in making beats. And so he was like, go figure it out. All right. He want to say like in a condescending way or being a
right,
prick.
Right. No, he gave you a little bit of it. He showed you how to do it. Now you got to figure out the rest of it on your own.
So he chopped up his sampler right in front of me. I was like, okay, bet. So I went, tried to emulate thing and figured out some other things. And I came back maybe another 2 weeks later. I had a CD full of beats. I'm like, yo, check this out. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, you got it. Hey, bet, son. And then I met, as far as the sampler goes, and then I met another guy's name's Dollar Bill, and he put me on the recycle. I still use the reason, so you chop the samples up. Right. So he put me on the recycle. I was like, okay, bet. So I've been killing for a long time with these samples. Like, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
2006 was years ago.
Right. So you're a vet on the samples. That's what's up, man.
I'm a vet on the samples. I can chop the samples up, man. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man.
I'm a long time. I'm an OG in the sample shit. So.
Okay, man. Well, you said the first piece of equipment you started off with was Fruity Loops. Did you ever transition? And then you said recycle. You sampled off of this.
Yeah, I've been using Reason at this point. So from 2005 till now, I've been using Reason. That's like 12 years. I'm using Reason for like 12 years. I use Logic now sometimes. Mm-hmm. When I have other producers that I work with, right? Like they use Ableton, so I try to learn when they use Ableton. Okay, well, I work with them on Ableton. I use it. I use Logic a lot. Mm-hmm. I got a young boy. He uses Fruity Loops. I was like, watch it. If you ever see a young dude do Fruity Loops, bro, that shit amazing. Yo, that's. I'm not one of them old cats. Like, that's tight. Like, seeing these dudes work Fruity Loop or FL, right? Amazing. And you see a young dude work, I'm like, I like that. I'm like, man, that's genius, man. I don't see how people get like shit on guys like that, but that's super amazing seeing these young dudes like 19, 20 and they're just making it like that. Like, that's crazy, dude. Anyway, FL
reminds me of some video game shit. Like when you see the little kid whooping everybody's ass in Street Fighter or something, it's kind of like that. But do you regret leaving Fruity Loops, or now that it's FL and you see cats killing it on Fruity Loops now?
Nah, man, because all my placements came on Reason, so I was good. So I'm good. Like,
dope.
They all came on Reason, so.
Okay.
But I like. I'm gonna say this, man. Even though you can do them in Logic and Ableton, man. Mm-hmm. When it comes to like the trap beats, those guys are phenomenal in FL.
Right.
Like, if you can make them in anything, you can make them in Pro Tools and Logic and whatever DAW you use, but. Mm-hmm. Some about FL and trap beats that's just really I don't know how to explain how they do it. I mean, I know how they do it, but it's amazing that comes from that. Right.
No, I mean, FL was shunned upon for years and years. I mean, if you used FL, you weren't really a real producer. At one point, was the common thought. Now it's like a lot of the producers that are in the game are using it. It's crazy, especially the young guys are coming up using it. Started off with it and continue to use it.
You know what's funny and ironic? Well, not funny and ironic, but there's a lot of records that are charting that are on FL, bro. Like in the top 10.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Like, so that shit. It was a lot of older producers who really didn't understand the software thing. They were just hardware driven. So I need or my MV800 or whatever they were using. They really just didn't. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Until you had to. You know what I mean? You had to do it. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Right. Yep. I mean that's just a lesson right there. You got to embrace the new stuff. You don't necessarily have to use it, but you better get familiar with it at least and embrace it. So. Again. All right, man. Well, I want to know, man, when you were coming up, I mean, who were some of the producers that inspired you? You already mentioned a couple of them. No ID, Bink. Who were some of the other producers that inspired you?
Dilla for sure. Him and Mike Wonder and Madlib, like that chop vocal stuff that my beats are known for comes from that.
Dope. I can see that.
It's that. That's directly where it's from. Straight up. And they made it okay for me to, like, I felt Okay, I'm from Texas, right? And we're talking years ago. We're talking about back. We're talking about now.
Right.
We're talking about back then, and those are the beats I loved. Like, these chop. So I was like, I get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, these beats are just amazing to me. The chop vocal stuff. You know what I mean? And I love them. And when I listen to some guys, they kind of, I was like, man, I can do it because they made it acceptable for me. Even though people really wouldn't get it back then, I was like, nah, you don't see. Just love it. So, Madlib, Dilla, Ninth Wonder, of course, Timbaland, the usual suspects, Dre, Primo, growing up, you know what I'm saying? Alchemist stuff. Growing up, it was like a lot of that stuff. I'm a Devontae Swing guy, Jermaine Dupri. I'm those the night. Love that shit.
Nice.
I guess we gotta say the Hitman. We gotta say the
right. Man, well, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, in your hometown in Texas, I mean, you must have been one of few to listen to the kind of music that you did, right?
It was a couple of us, but we were all linked up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this was, you know, I was early. I was really computer savvy, so I was early on, you know, downloading like songs from New York. You know what I mean? And the mixtapes. I was early on with the pirating. I shouldn't say that, but I said it.
We all did it.
On the, it was like Bearshare or something like that. Was a long time ago, like Kazaa and LimeWire. I was downloading everything that came under the sun, but I was early on that stuff. You know what I mean? Just public. So yeah, but that's a lot of that stuff came from, you know, the culture. I just really just embraced your culture a lot.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can totally relate to you, man. I mean, I was the same way. I'm from Portland, Oregon, you know, and everybody listens to West Coast, you know, it's all about E40 and then whatever, you know, Mac Dre and stuff. But, you know, I was listening to Nas and Jay-Z and, you know, and
West Coast, they got some dope producers. Rick Rock is a dope ass producer.
Yes, he is.
Fucking Quig, Daz, Battle Cat. Of course, he's like a god. You know, Battle Cat's amazing. Like, you know, like the producer list is crazy. Like these are dope and shit too.
Even up in this area in the Northwest, you know, got Jake One as well. You know, so
Jake is my dog, man. Him, Vitamin D.
Yep, Vitamin D.
That's my dog, man.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace. By the way, man, I was in Red Bull too. Rest in peace, J Moore, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Yes, definitely. Rest in peace, man. So I did peep that. I saw that you were in Red Bull, man. How was that experience?
The first one in New Orleans, it was kind of whack because okay, let me tell you what happened. Rest in peace, J Moore. Alright, so I went against a guy named Slice Beats, right? Now, Red Bull is more of a crowd-driven thing. Right. So if you bring a whole county and your beats are trash,
it don't matter. You're still going on to the next.
now, there's only one instance where they stepped into and I heard about it, was Frank Dukes of Detroit. He bodied this guy. He destroyed him. He bodied this nigga. This nigga brought like 300 people from his county. You feel me? But like, they voted, you know, but that's the only one to overturn. But anyway, so we go up there, and they moved it from Houston to New Orleans. And I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm still gonna go because I'm going to do it.
All right.
So I go, and the beat I had was a banger. I ain't gonna lie. I beat him. Music guy, like first two beats I beat him. And then when they did the crowd shit, my crowd was louder. I was like, okay, finally I came up for nothing. Whew, second round, I'm good. Right. And J-Mo was like, we don't know about that. Do the crowd over, and I lost. Right? So I was like, I felt salty as fuck for it. And then I got validated because they had it. I went and did the one in South by Southwest in March. 4 or 5 months later, I went to do the one in March. I got all the way to like right before the semis. I lost to Budo, and I got off the gas. But Budo's from out there too, from Seattle, I think. Budo, yeah, so that was, but the South by South was way iller because Alchemist was there, House Shoes was there, everybody was there. You know what I mean? And I was playing some beats. You know what I mean? I played some shit, man. I was singing like everybody in the room with the, like, oh my god, this nigga's nice. I'm like, so I was kind of like feeling my shit. I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling, you know what I mean? I felt like I was walking on water a little bit, but The experience was super dope, man. You get to go against people that you don't know; they're not from there,
Right.
So, interesting fact: I beat Ryan Lewis in the first round.
Did you?
That's my Southwest. Yeah.
Wow, that's what's up.
First round, and then I beat Sound Mob in the second round. They did a lot of Kurt Cobain shit. You know what I mean? I beat them in the second round. They fuck with me to this day. He beat me, but I was like, and I lost the boot up. It was cool.
That's what's up, man. They actually had I saw a show of the Red Bull competition, and man, they highlighted each round, and I wish I could go back. I wish I could find it and look for you and look for everybody else up on there. I know they got some of the competitions on YouTube. But
it's there. After if you look up the one with South by Southwest, you'll find it. All in all, I had a ball. I'd do it again if they asked me to. I would come out. I just loved it, man. It was just amazing to me. It was a good time. So.
Yeah. It seems like a dope experience, man. So okay, man. Well, I want to know, man. And you might have spoke on it, man, when you just talked about your experience. But I want to know, can you tell me a major setback or failure that you've had that you've been able to bounce back from?
Yeah, 2 of them. When I left, I didn't take my computer to college. Right. Mm-hmm. I came back. It was gone.
Oh.
Right? That was my transition from FL to Reason when I came back.
So is that a necessity?
Yeah, because I went to my guy to get the copy of Fruity Loops so I could put it back on the computer. And he was like, "Are we on Reason now?" I was like, "Okay." So I did that Reason. And man, not too long ago, man, my shit got stolen. It got broken. It got stolen.
Oh.
Yeah, but I bounced back like the next day. Thank God. I was fortunate enough to have some money saved up, and I went and got another, and I had my hard drive back up. So I lost a lot of beats, but it's okay because it made me really appreciate being able to make beats.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For granted, I'm not saying in passing, like when you really get good at making beats, you really get, you know what I mean? And at times you can kind of rest on your laurels because you found a way to get good at making beats. And, you know, I was one of the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good at making beats. I'm saying you take the talent for granted. Right. And so losing that in that instant, I'm just like, okay, I didn't appreciate the talent and gift I had. So,
wow.
And yeah, so you definitely gotta, when you get good, you know, for the people listening, when you get good, appreciate getting good. You know what I'm saying? Realize where you're at now, and then when you get better, be like, man, I came a long way, and just appreciate that because it's a really a God-given talent, especially now they got like the YouTube tutorials, which are super great, by the way. You know what I mean? I just appreciate it, man. That's all, man. It's just, I appreciate it in the loss, like a lesson. I was looking for a silver lining, and it was just like, man, you gotta appreciate it while you're able to do it.
Nice, man.
A lot of people would love to be in that position.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They would love to be able to make beats. You know what I mean? Like, people love to do that. So now it's just like I'm really appreciative of the opportunity that I'm able to do. Maybe to make beats. So
that's dope, man. That's dope. And I was gonna ask you, you know, what did you learn from that when you first talked about it? But man, I mean, wow, that's crazy right there. I mean, when you said you were resting on your laurels, what's that?
Yeah. What I'm learning is I'm taking my computer with me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's one thing right there.
Hey, I got that from DiBiase, by the way, because I saw that on his Twitter. You know, and, you know, a story about, you know, the stuff got stolen. Right. So now he's uncomfortable. And I was like, I do the same shit now. I was like, yo, like I could relate to that. You know what I mean? So they broke in the car. In fact, I was judging high standard. You know, it was in the car. They broke it. They took it. So, but I just, you know, just bounce back. That's all you gotta do. You have to bounce back. Yep,
you gotta bounce back. Did you use that as an opportunity to reinvent yourself at all, or did you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because the beats I was making at the time, it was just like, you know, when you rest on your laurels, it's just go through the motion, like just doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that was like that whole night, because I got a computer like the next day. And I had my hard drive. I had to get a lot of stuff back, but I have to save to my email and stuff, my cloud. So that night, I'm just like, ain't gonna lie, I felt defeated, man. I almost cried. I was like, I lost all this. But then I was like, no hard drive at the studio. I was like, okay, good, I'm good. So
dope. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, but that night I was just like, literally, what took years to accumulate can go in seconds.
Yep. Sure so can.
That's a life lesson. So I try to be appreciative.
Dope, man. Dope. That's what's up, man. I mean, I know I've lost a hard drive before, and it's devastating, man. It's the worst thing ever.
Hard drives, I have a backup, bro. Hard drives are you talk about feeling defeated, you would have think somebody like lost a dog or something.
Right, yep.
That is like the most depressing thing. If there's people out here who date producers, if you see them just down in a rut and just, they lost their home.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a necessity what we need. And when you like you said, losing a dog, man, I was thinking a family member, but I mean, yeah,
it was a family. Like, what's going on, man? You know, I just lost. You know, I'm just lost for what? I just can't talk about this right now. But those are the worst. You know what? Speaking of hard drives, it's good to have good friends who do tech stuff. And so, my friend, he does hard drive recovery.
That's what's up.
Okay, when I got my 50, I know we'll touch on it later, but when I got my first 50 check, right? Check from 50, you know what I'm saying? We got in, I went and bought a brand new computer.
Nice.
And so I hooked my hard drive up, and this is the new Max that did the time machine.
Okay.
So it like wiped my shit, and I was like, ah!
Whoa.
So they recovered it. You know what I mean? They recovered it. So I was good.
Whoa.
Good job on her job.
Oh shit! Wow, man. Yeah, it does pay to have people that know how to do that stuff, man. Wow, that would have killed me right there, man.
Yeah, so it's covered my hard drive. So it's good to have friends.
No doubt.
Make the tech guys your friends. You know?
That's what's up, man. Well, man, I want to hop on the other side of this, man. I know we just talked about your.
Let's go. We good.
Talked about your major your failure, man. But let's talk about an achievement, man. What's your greatest achievement that you've had thus far?
The greatest achievement would be, I mean, it ties into the whole 50 stuff. So I was the first guy from my city to have that type of placement. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like rap related. We have a lot of Tejano and Cumbia stuff going on. You know what I mean? Like my friend Gus is like a legend in that. He's like the fucking like he's like the fucking Mike Will or Timble. He's like the Metro or whoever's a popping in rap. He's like that for like Tejano and Cumbia. He's that guy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But on the rap, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm like the first guy to do that. First guy to get platinum plaque and rap.
That's what's
first
up.
Guy. So I'm like the first to do that, and I think that was pretty cool. Yeah, you know, I think I would have to say the plaque, the platinum status from 50. I think that would be a great achievement. You know, in the first city to do something like that in rap. You know what I mean? We have a lot of Grammy award winning in other genres, but rap is like, I was the first guy to do it, so that's pretty cool for me.
Yeah, that is cool, man. And your city does have a history for music, man. I mean, definitely with Selena, you know, and so now you can put yourself in there as part of the history, man. That's what's up, man. That's a great achievement.
That's what I'm saying. They have this thing called the Texas, like they have like a Walk of Fame, and I was with it's downtown. I was like, man, I need to be on here one day, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. And isn't Sikwitit is originally from there, right?
Sikwitit is originally from there. That is my guy. I have an interesting story about him. We'll get to it later. That's my guy. I love him.
Shout out to him. He's definitely a cool, down to earth dude, man.
Next time you talk to Sikwitit, tell him calf races. He's gonna know you're talking about me. That's my guy. That's my dude. I love that guy.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
All right, man. Sikwitit is my dog, man. So, anyways, sidebar. Speaking of Sikwitit actually started my beat battles. I threw some beat battles in Corpus. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's where he actually got started at.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean now he's like a whole total monster now.
Yeah, he is.
I was like my shit. So he came in. He's Like, ain't nobody beat this nigga now. Ain't nobody,
yeah, right. So,
like, hey, nobody beat him now. But I started like, everybody fuck with him now.
So that's cool. You saw his progression then.
Oh, absolutely. That's all from the beginning.
That's what's up, man.
It's a lot of producers like that that came through my beat battle or whatever, and you know, want to do other stuff. I'm a good ear. Like one day I'm gonna be an amazing ass A&R one day.
That's what's up. Okay, man. Well, you know, here on Beats Grinding Life, we're all striving for greatness, man. And the way to achieve greatness is to model greatness. And so, man, you know, everybody listening to this show, man, we're listening because of producers like you who are great, and we want to model you, man. So we want to know, what do you do in a typical day? That way we can emulate the type of things that you do within a day so that we can become great like you.
Okay. Typical day, I wake up and I do chords.
Nice.
I do chords, you know what I'm saying? Even though I sample a lot, but I still do chords. I do that every day, like 30 minutes to an hour, just play chords. You know, they have YouTube tutorials for that. I think everybody should use them. You know, shy away from them. You know what I'm saying? Or if you know somebody that can teach you, do that. But if you don't, go to YouTube and learn some chords. You know what I'm saying? So I practice like 30 minutes to an hour. And then I immediately go look for some samples. I have a whole bunch. So I go find some samples and I chop them up.
Nice.
So it's more. Today, for example, I did some chords, and then I went and found some samples, listened to samples, and I found some. Like, okay, I'm gonna chop these up, and I chop them up, and then I'm gonna have them for later. You know what I mean? So later on, you know, like when I later on when I'm vibing later on, I have these samples up so I can just go. So I sometimes I chop a sample up and go right to the beat. Sometimes I chop them up later. You know what I mean? And I might try to, like I found 5, I might try to find another 5 more. So that could be 10 beats.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I chop samples up, and then, you know, I take a break. You don't want to get ear fatigue. Like I take a break. You know what I mean? I go hoop, or I go watch, like, you know, I watch The Breakfast Club. I watch something that has nothing to do with music, per se.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go play 2K. You know, you rest your ears. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I do that a lot too. Like I take time to chill.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
It's very important.
Yeah, and decompress. Like you gotta have some time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I understand trying to get it beats. Yes, there's a place for that. But you need some time for your. It's healthy. I get away, and then, you know, and I do stuff. You know, go for a walk or something. You know what I'm saying? I hoop sometimes. You know what I mean? I find some time to go hoop, and then, you know, come back and you're just refreshed. So
dope, man. Dope. Man, I love that, man. That sounds like a complete day. Not only that, man, but you're staying versatile, man, and you're staying ready. You're practicing, man. Practicing on the piano. You're chopping up samples. Like I said, you're versatile, man. I mean, you're not just a one-trick pony. The one guy that can just play the piano, or a guy that can just chop samples. You can do it all in the studio, man. That's what's up. And then you're sharpening your skills every day.
Yeah, you gotta get better. And then also, I go listen to music. I listen to who dropped the day before or who dropping today. You know, I go do that. Well, okay, and I go see. Okay, these guys are doing this. You know, every producer. You know where you're at. You know what I mean? You know if above you or below you on the same way. You're not gonna lie to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I do. And you like, okay, you know, you step your shit up or continue to improve because you're ahead of this, or like, okay, amazing. Okay, I need to up my shit a little bit, you know what I mean? And you know, we could be judged accordingly, but you deep down inside know where you are. You can't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I go listen to some shit. You know, it has nothing to do with. Okay, cool. Okay, that's fine. You know, and I'll be like, oh, they're doing that. We're doing that. And so serve as a double confirmation that you're already on the path.
Right. That's what's up, man. So who have you been listening to lately?
Man, I listen to a lot of trap shit, man. You think that as an Apple guy, I don't, man. But let me go to my iTunes. Who I listen to, man? I listen to a lot of new cats. There's a cat named Euros. He's from Vegas. I listen to him.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me go to my iTunes real quick. What I've been listening to. Chris Brown. His album was tight. Nassim was on that Migos shit. I listened to that shit. He did the Wrist Thunderstorm. He did that record.
Okay.
Yeah, Nassim did that joint. I listen to a lot of like the trap soul R&B stuff. Tyus, he's from out there.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of his. Yeah, I listen to him a lot of Party Next Door. I listen to a lot of that diverse type production. You know what I'm saying? Where they, you know, the Toronto infused like low filtering samples and there's a lot of shit like that too. Cause I just created them.
Right.
Okay, so the samples this way they're doing low pass filters on them. You know what I mean? So I listen to a lot of shit like that. A lot of R&B stuff. I listen to a lot of stuff. I'm in a 90s R&B bag right now. So that shit. I'll be as versatile as possible when I listen to. You know what I mean? So I'm listening to some trap shit. I'm gonna listen to some sample stuff. So I gotta keep my balance. That's why. You know what I mean? So
man, I love it. I didn't expect that answer at all, man. That's what's up, man. You're studying every sub-genre, you know, within rap and R&B. So that's what's up, man. Okay. All right, man. Well, this next portion of the interview, man, we like to call In the Studio. I want to know, man, what do you do in the studio? I'd love to be in there with you, man. That studio looks pretty fly, man. I wish I could be up in there.
Yeah, it's nice in there. Okay.
What do you do when you first start crafting a beat?
Okay. What I do is I use a metronome and a snare, right? So I usually have a sample. I'm using some loops, you know what I'm saying, that we're all using now. So let's not be fake. We're all using loops now. Right. The world's free joints, we're all using them. You know what I mean? So if I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the front, but everybody's using them all. So use royalty-free loops, or I'm chopping some samples up. You know what I'm saying? So I use the metronome. So when I have a melody already, I'm like, okay, I kind of know what kind of drum I'm gonna do. So I use a metronome, and I go find a snare. That's the first thing that I do.
Right.
So I put the snare down first, and I build the melody, and I just deconstruct. So I do melody, sample, melody, whatever, snare. I do the hi-hats, crashes, percussion, I guess, and then I do my kick blast, and then if I need a bass or 808, I use that.
Okay.
So usually my beats, they don't really be that intricate, but they sound like that. But there's not a lot going on. That's all in the mix stuff.
Right. Okay. Nice. So you said you're using royalty-free samples. I mean, is there a sample pack or library that you like?
I use all of them.
I mean, is there one that you can think of right now that you're like, man, this is my shit right now?
Man, there's a couple, man. Cardiac shit's amazing. The Frank Duke stuff, everybody uses that. Frank Duke stuff. J1 stuff is amazing, by the way. All of them. I have all of his shit.
Nice.
All the J1 shit. All the Snare Jordan shit. I got all this. DJ Payne one has some good ones. My dude Custom has some. Sikwitit got some dope ones. Sikwitit is dope too. Siege, he has some good ones.
Nice.
And a lot of these, it's a lot of up-and-coming producers who don't have names. Their stuff is equally as too.
Right,
I can believe it. As dope.
Nice.
As dope, equally as dope. You know what I mean? So I just, you know, when I'm doing that, I go in that bag. You know what I'm saying? And or a lot of times, even if I'm not using that, I sample a lot. So I just had a sample chopped up and.
Nice.
You know, and I lay the sample and then I build around that, and then I try to be as creative as I possibly can. So. Okay,
that's what's up, man. You know, I have a problem, man. Whenever I start listening to some sample libraries, man, I always start thinking. I overthink things a lot, so I'm always thinking like, man, I know a lot of people have used this shit already. You know, I'm the type of person, I don't like to sound like anybody else, and I like to sample shit that hardly nobody else has sampled.
So a trick that you want to use is reference the 90s, right? And 90s a rapper would put out a beat and R&B would sample that beat.
Right.
Be different. For example, ironically, Lil' Kim was on that same one, but that's the Mary J. Blige record, I Can't Love You, was the Queen Bee song from Lil' Kim.
Right, yep.
You know, Blige put Lil' Kim on that. You know what I mean? So it's the same sample.
Right.
So that's that same sample. So, try to put that in your head like, okay, there is a way for you to be different.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the point. There is a way to sample stuff different. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to bite the bullet and not use the part that you liked, but use the part that you secondly liked. You know?
Right. There you go.
Like
that's a good tip.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm gonna use this loop, but I'm gonna use this part. You gotta bite the bullet, even though you want to do this. he used, but you just can't.
No, I feel that.
Certain samples you just can't touch. It's a written rule. So certain samples you leave alone.
Yep. Okay. I feel that. Well, thanks for the tip, man. And I mean that was a great example, the Little Kim and Mary J. Blige. You know, I'm actually hearing the beat right now in my head, but yeah, that's a great example, man. So
it's sample. You know what I mean? So it's like the beats are different. Right. Lil' Kim was rapping on some hard ass. That beat was hard as shit.
Yeah.
And then Mary J. Blige, they softened it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a to make. You know what I mean? There's a way for you to do that. There's a way for you to sample something that has been sampled and do
make
it
not sound like right. That's true. Okay. All right, man. Well, I want to know what's a not so secret weapon you got up in the studio.
Not so secret weapon. Not so secret meaning I can tell you that's a secret that I use.
Right. Yep. It's a secret, but you don't mind letting this cat out of the bag.
I got a reason join up right now, man. In reason, a secret weapon of mine is Scream.
Scream? Okay.
Yeah, it's in reason. It's for those who use reason, y'all know what that is. But Scream is it's kind of like Decapitators from Sound Toys.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, it's kind of like a distortion.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, it's kind of like a tube. You know, you can go from distortion to fuzz. I use it for a lot of my 808s and stuff. So
dope.
So
okay.
So that would be something I use. If the reason you use, I use Scream a lot.
That's what's up. Okay.
Okay.
So I mean, so for all the beat grinders listening, you know, I mean, Scream, you know, but like you said, if you don't use Ableton, I mean not Ableton, but if you don't use Reason, then probably Decapitator or something like that, because that's probably just a Reason thing, right?
Or I got a gym for you, Camel Crush.
Nice.
That's
there you go. Yeah. Okay. And that's free too, right?
It might be free. You can find it.
Yeah.
You can find it, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
Camel Crush
maybe I'm telling on myself. I got it for free, but
like for those who use a lot of kicks in 808 and you want to distort your stuff, get Camel Crush. It was beautiful.
Nice.
It's beautiful. I love it. It's beautiful.
That's a gem right there, man. Thank you for that, man. Okay. All right, man. Well, I want to know what's all in your toolbox, man. What do you got in the studio there? What do you use to make beats?
All right, I have a 49 key MIDI controller.
Nice.
What kind? Reason. It's a Line 6. It's a Line 6 brand. I also have an M Audio. I have a 25 key from M Audio. Let me see what else. I use a lot of Reason and Logic. I have an M Audio 8-track interface.
Okay.
So it serves as a big knob too. I mean, that's pretty much all my stuff is pretty much software based. So I use a lot of Reason, a lot of Logic, a lot of plugins, BST, so stuff like that. So I guess I can say that's in my toolbox.
So use that 8-track to mix with. Just
yeah, it's an interface, man. Yeah, so it basically has 8 channel.
That's
8 mic channel. So yeah, I use that and I mix in the box too. Like I have all the plugins, the slave, the wave stuff. So.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Sounds like a lot of fun up in there, man. Got all the necessities. It doesn't sound like too much, not enough to get you overwhelmed, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, and I try to make it the engineer do the least amount possible in terms of my stuff. So
that's what's up.
I do a nice enough mix for you to cut it, the 2-track and you mix it.
Okay, that's what's up, man. All right, man. Well, this next portion of the interview, we like to call In the Mix. We're gonna speed things up just a little bit. I'm gonna ask you some questions. You spit them back to me pretty quick, but if you need to take your time, man, please do. You ready?
All right, let's go.
Okay. Do you prefer using samples or making beats without samples?
Samples.
Okay. What's your opinion on selling and leasing beats online?
There's some young producers who don't know how to produce in the studio, or there's some producers who don't give a shit about that, like the hassle. So they just want to sell their beats, and I mean, I would prefer you to sell a beat because you don't want 100 people rapping on your beats, the same beat. But you know, it's subjective. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, sell beats, like it's cool. Like I sell beats online all the time.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. What's a plugin that every producer should have in their arsenal? You might have already mentioned it.
Every producer should have. I think every producer should have the Waves bundle. Benny Con,
Nice.
Mercury, Don. I think you should have. You start learning how to mix a little bit, learn what they are. So I think the Waves bundle. So everybody should have it.
Dope. That's a good one right there, man. Okay. What book do you think every producer should read? It doesn't have to be music related, but it can if you need it to be.
Probably the 48 Laws of Power. I
Nice.
think every producer should know that book because it's a strategy. You gotta be, especially now, if you're not a mega star producer, right? There's a couple of them that are mega stars, and the rest of us like, hey, you definitely need to be strategic, like you mentioned earlier about being online. So, 48 Laws of Power.
Dope. That's a good one by Robert Greene, man. That's a good. I mean, not in the game, like you need to know how to play those power moves in the game, but you also need to learn how to play those moves outside of the. I mean, in life, you know.
Right. So that's why it's more of a chess, not checkers. Like you can apply those principles. So.
Yep. Dope. Okay. All right, beat grinders. I know you guys love audio, and now you guys can definitely get a book like Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power for free. Just go on beatsbooks.com. And once again, that's beatsbooks.com. Is there an internet resource that you use that you think every producer could benefit from?
Like a website?
Your website or mobile app?
I'm not going to give it. I'm going to send you one that's super amazing. All right? I'm going to send you.
Okay. Well,
I'm
what's
gonna
that?
send one. I can't tell you.
You said you're going to send it?
I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
But, I think every producer, I mean, my favorite internet resource is a site that it's good. They got everything on it.
Okay.
But I would have to just say YouTube.
No.
Everybody. Think it's there for you.
Man.
Take what you want. I'm speaking another language here. Take what you want from that.
I think I catch your drift. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a man. That's probably one of the best resources out there besides Google. But yeah, they have everything on there. Everything on YouTube from. I mean, I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but from samples to
tutorials. They have
tutorials. Yeah, exactly. Man, it's dope. And all for free. So for now, at least. But okay, all right, man. Well, I want to know, man. They're tearing down all the faces on Mount Rushmore, and there's gonna be no more presidents on there. We don't need the presidents. To us, the producer community, producers are more important. So I want to know, man, who would you put up on Mount Rushmore for producers?
I hated this question when I saw it. I hate this question.
But it's something we all think about. We all say top 5. But in this instance, it's 4.
Okay. You know, I give you 4. Mount Rushmore. We're gonna put Dr. Dre up there.
Yep.
Okay. I'll put Dr. Dre. I'm going to put Dilla up there.
Nice.
I'm going to put Timbaland up there.
Nice.
And my 4th producer, I'm going to put Quincy Jones.
Dope, man. Dope. Okay. I mean, that's fair right there. All those dudes, man. I mean, they've all started pretty much their own style of music, you know, and they got all of us inspired to this day. You know, even Quincy Jones, who, you know, he's an old timer. He's been doing it for decades. You know, still has us inspired. Dre as well has been doing it for decades. And so,
Quincy Jones gave us thriller, so like, there's nothing that can beat that out. So he gave us thriller. So.
Yep, exactly, man, exactly. Well, that's a good top 4 right there, man. sounds like you put some thought into it. I mean, you rattled them off pretty quick.
I hated that question though. That's why I thought of
it. All right, man. Well, let me ask some questions that you don't hate. This is another one just like it, kind of. So you might end up hating it. But I want you to imagine the perfect studio session. You got anybody in the studio with you. One artist, one producer to co-produce with you, one engineer, and one random person. Who are those 4 people going to be? Dead or alive, it don't matter.
I'm just gonna go ahead and cheat real quick and get this answer over with. For the artist would be I have 2 answers for this. Okay, so my first answer would be the artist is gonna be Travis.
Nice.
The producer is gonna be Mike Will.
Okay.
The engineer is gonna be Mike Dean.
Ooh.
The random person is gonna be Sanaa Lathan. That'd be a random person. Right? Okay.
Nice. I'm feeling that.
It's gonna be Drake, 40. KY Engineering is gonna be my engineer on that one. And the random person there would be Ric Flair. Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, man, I mean, I'm feeling both of these, man. Damn. The first one is definitely attainable. Like you can definitely make that happen, man. I mean, the second one as well, man. Who you said KY on the on engineering?
Yeah.
Okay. What has he done? I'm not familiar with him.
KY's done a lot of the trap stuff, a lot of the 2 Chainz stuff, a lot of Gucci stuff. That KY Engineering, you probably hit the tag first. So
okay.
A lot of 2 Chainz stuff, a lot of Gucci stuff, a lot of Jeezy stuff. He touched a whole bunch of stuff. He's incredible engineer. So
nice. Okay, man. I mean, it sounds like that one could be attainable too, man. I just don't know about the Ric Flair up in the studio with you guys. But
you said Ric, I was like Ric Flair.
Hey, man. Hey, it's a dream studio session. So I mean, you can make it happen. I mean, dream. I mean, I was on your Instagram and you put up a post that said "Speak it into existence." So I mean, this just the beginning, right?
Yeah, so when you see that Ric Flair, I'll make sure I tag you.
Yeah, for sure. Please. Definitely got to, man. All right, man. I want to know, what's your favorite song you ever produced?
I'm gonna say I love the 50 records because they really put me in a great position. I really love them. So I'm gonna say a tie for all 3 of them. And AZ, we did a record with AZ.
Nice.
It was the 50th anniversary for Do or Die, and only because me and I said AZ was on our list. We started making, so he was like, "We got, every producer got their list." You know what I'm saying? And my list, and AZ was one of them, so we was able to do it for like a personal game. So that's what we really wanted to do. But definitely, I say all 3 of the 50 records in the AZ one. Those are the ones that I really just love so much.
Wow, man! I mean, speaking into existence, man. I mean, that was on your bucket list. AZ was on your bucket list. You made it happen. I recently saw an interview with you where you said you told your brother that you're going to be on the next 50 album, and you were.
All the tracks, I swear to God.
Yeah.
So I mean, very quick. I know we're almost wrapping it up. So Curtis came out at the same time. This is when streaming first started, right? Curtis Graduation. Now at the time in MySpace, you were only allowed to have 4 to 8 songs. The celebrities were able to have more than that.
Right.
So I'm streaming Graduation. Me and my friends are arguing, So I go listen to Curtis. I love the album so far, and I get to Moving On Up, which Jake One did. You know what I'm saying? I had to on repeat. I'm like, so I called my brother. I was like, bro, I'm gonna be on the next one. I just said it. I'm gonna be on the next video, man. Like literally, that's exactly what happened. It was in my sister's kitchen. I have my computer over there, and that happened. I said,
that's crazy.
Next album, and
yeah, man. Well, I mean, you're living it, man. The law of attraction, man. I mean, definitely. Yeah, it's not some crazy far-fetched idea, man. So thank you for proving that, man. That's what's up. Okay. And man, another thing I thought of, this is just a side note, random shit, but Red Bull competition. I feel like 50 Cent was in the crowd because I mean, there's so many of you guys that were in that competition that he got beats from. That's crazy, man. I mean, Trox is one of them. You, Frank Dukes,
Nick Speed from Detroit.
Nick Speed. Wow.
My boy Brainstorm from he did the Young Buck record.
Wow.
I mean, Red Bull was just dope. That shit was dope, man. Like it was just dope.
Why did it stop?
Yeah, it's Jake won them. I don't know.
Well, hopefully, if I get Jake one in the interview, I will definitely ask him that. So, or Budden and D.
But also, they really do a really good job of putting producers in the room with A&R, with a songwriter, getting the information that they need.
Mm-hmm.
So iStar does a really, really dope job, man. Especially like if you win and climb the ranks and they really rock with you, man, they can really help change your career and change your life, man. So if you apply that and give them that same energy back and just stay dedicated and really, if they see something in you, man, they can really propel you and really help you out and get in a better position. So.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Shout out iStandard, man. They're definitely doing their things for producers, like you said, changing lives. So shout out to Jay Hatch and everybody else there, man. So that's what's up. All right, man. What's the album besides one of your own that you recommend every producer listen to and why?
I think every producer should go listen to. Not only listen, but go do the research on it. Thriller.
Nice.
There's actually a 3-part question. Thriller's one, Chronic is another one, and Get Rich or Die Trying is another. There were energies that you had to be there for. I wasn't around for Thriller. I was a baby. But, go back and see the cultural impact that those 3 albums had.
Right.
I was there for Chronic and Get Rich, you know what I'm saying? But the energies have been next to none, like even to this day. So Far Gone is one. Drake, not So Far Gone. Yeah, Drake, So Far Gone. Like the energy was just, we haven't seen anything like it.
Right.
And it's more so just sonically, what those songs did. The music made you feel a certain way. You know what I mean? It sounded. Those albums transcended where we were at the time before they came out.
Right. Wow, man, all those albums are great, man. I was around for all of them. I'm probably giving away my age, but man, the Thriller, man. I mean, actually, all of them have been mentioned. Maybe not Get Rich or Die Trying, but they've all been mentioned before. I love how you said you got to study that Thriller album. Someone else said that too. I can't remember who, but definitely study that album. All of those songs could have been singles. I mean. Couldn't release them all as singles, but what's that?
I think technically, like, how many was on 9? I think 7 of 9 were.
That's
charted.
That's
charted.
Wow.
Shit. Yeah.
Wow.
They redid the royalty statement because of Thriller. It made too much money.
That's crazy.
Like, I'd love to get a half of a second or millisecond of writer credit on Thriller. Like half a writer, like a tenth of a writer's credit.
Yeah, right. That's crazy, man. Thank you for mentioning all of those, man. I'm definitely gonna study up on all of them. I haven't listened to them for a while. I think I've listened to Thriller about a couple months ago, but man, I'm definitely gonna listen to all of them. Probably 50s tonight. So thank you. Good looking on that, man.
It's the energies around it. You know what I'm saying? With Get Rich Kevin, we never seen nothing like it.
Right.
But the energy, the rollout was just. The rollout was phenomenal.
Yeah,
you know?
Yep.
It was great. You know what I mean? So,
wow, nice. Okay. All right, well, Beat Grinders, if you guys haven't heard any of those albums, or if you just want to study up on them, definitely go to beatsgrindinglife.com and check under QB show notes. So, okay, man. Well, I want to know, man, if you woke up tomorrow and you lost everything that you had except for your knowledge and $1,000. Sounds like you already been down this road. What would you do in the next week to restart your career?
Computer and re-download all my stuff I have saved to my cloud. So I was looking at everything.
That was easy. I mean, all right.
interface speakers, and I'm back up and running. So
okay, that's what's up, man. All right, man. The reason why I asked that question is because there are a lot of producers that lose everything, just like the position you were in. But also, there's a lot of producers that might have $1,000, or not producers, but there's a lot of people that might have $1,000 and just don't know where to start. So, like you said, just get a laptop that's affordable and just go from there. So, okay. All right, man. Well, I want to know, what does legacy mean to you? When it's all said and done, man, and when you gotta hang it up and your career's over and you gotta start focusing on your hoop career, man. What do you want your legacy to be?
Man, my legacy want to be. I wanted to be able to say that I've impacted some lives, and I was able to have a lasting effect that other producers gave me. I'm able to get that to somebody else.
Dope. That's
dope ass. This one impacts somebody's life in a great way, change their life for the better, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Make my daughters proud. So
that's what's up, man. I love hearing that, man. Well, you're already doing it, man. You already inspiring and helping one person out, and that's me right now. So thank you for that, man. Appreciate that. All right, man. Well, I want to know, what's the greatest piece of advice that you've ever received, and what advice would you have for all the producers listening today?
The greatest advice I ever received was my drums were whack. That's the greatest advice I ever got.
Whoa, say that again. You're breaking up. Say it again.
My drums were whack.
Whoa.
Yeah, when I started making beats, I got on the MySpace. His name was Hit Creator. He's from St. Louis, right? Mm-hmm. So I was making beats, uploaded some shit. He was like, "Yo, your drums are whack."
Nice.
But here, go download these.
Nice.
And then you're fine. So he gave me constructive criticism. Build me up. Tear me down and build me up. He gave me the tool better. So that's what you want to do. So he told me my drums are whack, and then I went and got the drums, and then I ain't turned back since.
That's what's up.
He wasn't a yes man, and that's what you don't want to do. You want somebody to be honest with you. There's a difference between honest and being hurtful and brutal. It's two different dynamics. You can be helpful and say, "Hey, this is what I hear. Maybe you should try this," and not that.
Right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Not only that, man, but you got to be receptive to that criticism as well, man. Because I mean, you could have easily took the defensive role and and been like, "Fuck that nigga" or whatever, pardon my language, but but at least you listened to that advice, and you took the next step, which was downloading the drums that he gave you, and you went from there. So that's what's up, man. Okay. All right. Any advice for the listeners listening today?
I hate to sound cliche or whatever, but really just make sure that follow your dreams, man, and if you really believe you can do it, put all your into it. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a plan B. Plan B takes away from plan A. You know what I mean? Because you'll have something to fall back on. Give it your all. Give yourself an honest shot. Dope. That's what you ultimately want to do. You want to give yourself an honest shot at this. Not even this. You're trying to be a doctor. You're trying to be a lawyer. Or you're trying to be, you're trying to run a plant, or you're trying to, do whatever it is. You need to give that, because you're gonna get that back.
Yeah.
You can't shortchange something that you're really passionate about. You know what I'm saying? And also producers, man, it's okay to, even rappers, it's okay for you to work until that happens. You know what I'm saying? Or do something to have income coming in until, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Until it pop.
Yeah, because you gotta fund your dream. I mean, it just can't. It's not gonna happen for free.
Yeah, unless you get lucky with some SoundCloud link, which can happen in this day and age. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Start to get you a nice and have some money and work. You know what I mean? It's okay. Like, nobody's gonna look at you different because you had a job and you did that until it popped off. But, just don't like, from Gary Vee. Don't go work for somebody else and not put the hours you're not working, not into yourself. So.
Right. Yep. I think I heard Farrah Gray. He said his mom told him, only a fool will work harder for someone else than they will themselves. So just got to remember that, like you said, what's that?
Yeah. And I said also, work on your dreams and work with somebody who did.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Sure enough. That's what's up, man. All right, man. I want to know if you have any more words for the listeners, man. Here's your chance to let them know if there's anything that they should be listening to of yours or anything that they should be looking out for, man. Please let them know. And also,
oh, go ahead. My bad. I'm gonna cut you off.
No, you're good, man. Let them know also how to contact you if you want to be contacted.
Yeah, for sure, man. QB the Problem on everything. SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. It's all QB the Problem. Hit me up. I like talking to producers. I'm a real fan of production. You know, I like listening to tight ends all the time. When I run across, I'm like, yo, this is tight, and I just, you know, I love listening to other people's beats. I get inspired from other coming producers, even establishments. But yeah, hit me up, and only thing I have to say, man, is just, you know, you really gotta get after it. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually you level up. And you're going to be in the same room or sending beats with your favorite producer. I'm going to send the same artist at one point. So be ready to always be ready. So you have to get ready. And then, just have a belief in yourself. Man, you can do this. It's time.
Dope, man. Yeah. Dope. Still giving out great advice, man. Appreciate that. All throughout, you started off with gems and you ended with gems, man. Love it, bro. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, go ahead.
As far as I know, I got a couple artists I'm working with. H Kid, Clean Peabody. They're all from out here in Texas. They're dope. And it's super dope. The hip hop and it's nice and shit. It's pretty dope, man. So I got some stuff, man. I got my artist Rainy working on some stuff, man. She's super talented. So nice. That's cooking up again. I'm working on a whole bunch of different songwriters. So like 2018, man. We're gonna revisit, man. We're gonna come back, man, later on. Yeah, I have a great too, so you quote me on that.
Okay. Well, man, I can't wait for that. Can't wait for the follow up, man. So that's what's up. The Beat Grinders, you guys definitely be on the lookout for QB the Problem, man, because he's definitely a problem. So, all right, y'all. Man, I gotta know, man. Hoop Squad. Who's your squad?
I'm a Laker guy.
Oh, I didn't expect that, and I'm pissed off now because I'm a Blazer fan, and we got a rivalry. I hate the Lakers, but I expected for you to say the Rockets.
I mean, they're good. Rockets are dope. I mean, Brandon's dope. Then, I mean, it's just, y'all are missing another player. That's it.
Yep, we just need another player. Yep.
Got David, CJ, and y'all centers dope. Y'all just need like another three. Y'all need
Yep.
And if y'all would have got like PG or Butler or Melo, y'all would not go to West.
Yeah, we would. We'd probably be where Minnesota is right now. But yeah, it's all good though. But I'm still a fan of yours. It's the music first, so I can disregard the Laker thing. And yeah, we
got the Warriors winning it though. They're gonna win.
They'll win it. But it's all good, man. So yeah, hopefully the Cavs will get in there and compete with them.
Before you get off, who's your favorite Portland Trailblazer of all time?
Oh man, it's Drexler.
You want to find one?
Who's that?
Cliff Robinson.
Ooh, Uncle Cliffy. Okay. That's what's up. Why Uncle Cliffy?
The headband.
The headband is dope.
And he can shoot threes. He was like 6'10". He can shoot threes.
Yep, that's what's up. I got a picture with him of him signing an autograph for me. That's what's up, man.
Terry Porter, Brian Strickland.
Yeah.
I like the Jailblazers. Actually, my brother, we was watching that Game 7. I know you won't do it, but anyway.
Yeah, man.
It's a pleasure, my man.
Yeah, you don't want to end it off You don't want to end it off like that, man. But yeah,
I enjoyed it, man. Peace and blessings. Like I said, follow me on QB the Problem on everything, and I'm dropping off for Reason and machine users in Ableton. You can use in Logic. You can use recycle. I'm putting out Rex Chapman, the basketball player. So the Rex 5 ready chop. So I'll make sure I get that exclusive out. So I'm putting that out here real soon. So I'll keep y'all updated.
Dope, man. Y'all look out, man. Rex Chapman. That's what's up. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Beats Grinding Life. Man, if you guys found this show of any value, please share it on all social platforms, man. We definitely appreciate it. And tag me and tag QB just to let us know what y'all thought, man. Rate and review the podcast on iTunes. Give us a like on SoundCloud, whatever. And you guys know how it goes down, man. You've been mentored by another great producer. This time you've been mentored by QB The Problem. Continue making beats, stay on your grind, and live life. Peace, y'all.
Here at Beats Grinding Life, we want to thank you for listening to another episode. We want to know, what were your biggest takeaways from this interview? Just go to beatsgrindinglife.com and leave a comment on this episode's show notes page. Also, while you are there, go subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Just click the little button that says subscribe. If you could, please leave a rating and review. Rating and reviews are the best way to show your appreciation because it helps more people find out about the podcast. So until next week's episode, keep grinding.